Pisces, this is Amanda from By Luna's Light. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to bring you your November 2021 reading. Just a quick update. I have taken kind of a long hiatus from readings, so I apologize for that, but I am back to a somewhat regular schedule. We'll see how things go. I just needed a break to kind of life for a bit, so one thing that I got done though on that hiatus was I created my own Luna's Light Oracle deck. Now this is available for purchase on makeplayingcards.com. I'll put the link in the description for this video if you choose to purchase one. I'm going to be using them in the reading today so you can get kind of a idea of what they look like. Alright, so we're going to open up your reading for November. What do my Pisces need to know in regards to their life for November 2021? What do my Pisces need to know? What do my Pisces need to know at this time for November? Two more cards, please. What do my Pisces need to know for November, Spirit? There's a couple more. All right, bottom of the deck is your overall energy, romance, vulnerability. So there could be a relationship coming to the forefront here for you in November, whether that is an already kindled relationship or if a rekindling is on the agenda. That could also include just a new spark, a new flame starting. So there is the possibility, but they do want to remind you that you do need to be vulnerable when it comes to forming these connections. That is kind of the test of love, is to be strong enough to be vulnerable, if that makes any sense. There is a strength in allowing vulnerability to come forward into a relationship. Okay, so your first card is Surrender, Moon Dance. So when this card comes forward, it's Spirit's way of saying, try not to control the situation at hand. If this is in regards to love, as the bottom of the deck suggests, it's time to relinquish that control. It's time to allow things to unfold naturally in this relationship. Sometimes what can happen is we see an outcome before it happens, or we assume that there's going to be a certain outcome and we try to either control the relationship or situation so that it ends up that way, if that's how we want it to go, or to avoid that situation, to avoid that ending, or that situation that comes forward. Regardless, whatever needs to be learned in this relationship will need to be learned. It needs to happen. So Spirit is saying you need to trust that whatever does come up for this connection needs to happen for the two of you, for learning, for growth. It's a stepping stone on your overall path in the grand scheme of things. So it's definitely time to surrender and allow things to happen as it must. Now we have communication coming with Wolf Moon. Now, wolves do tend to travel in a pack, but there is that sort of lone wolf out there. And I feel like a lot of you are kind of used to being that lone wolf. So maybe communication doesn't come very easily because perhaps you're not quite comfortable being vulnerable. And with communication, there is a sense of vulnerability there to really speak your wholehearted truth, especially if you're trying to come into a pack or form a pack of your own with someone to form a family. Communication needs to be there. You need to be able to communicate how you truly feel about this person or how you feel about the connection. You do need to be able to voice that. So strengthening that ability is just going to take you further in this connection. Like completely unblocking your throat chakra. Sorry, I'm getting just as I say that, I'm getting kind of like a huge sense like like I needed to burp to release some energy, which is not mine. It's definitely a block in the throat chakra, signifying that someone desperately needs to release that energy so that they're able to communicate properly. It's kind of like a lump in the throat where you're just swallowing your feelings and swallowing what's going on instead of communicating and speaking your truth ultimately. Now we have moon water, elixir coming through. So there is some sort of, I mean, this can also reference needing to hydrate this situation. So keeping it fresh, bringing in more, well, sorry, spirit is definitely jumping in and saying you need to drink more water for someone out there. So that is definitely coming through, but there is a sense of magic behind elixir and moon water. There's kind of like there's a potion for this. There's some sort of, what am I trying to say? There's some sort of magical potion that is going to help with this situation. It's kind of like you need to get your recipe down for that potion. So they're giving me the analogy of like, say, they're showing me a witch's cauldron. That's kind of funny. You do need to add certain things, certain elements to this cauldron to create the right brew, the right potion, the right situation, so to speak. So you need to get these things, these ducks in a row, so to speak. So one of which is communication, of course. The other is trust. So they're really bringing the form of trust into this, not only trusting your partner, being able to open yourself up, but also trusting yourself, trusting that you can get through whatever it is in this relationship. You have everything within you to get through this. So if hard times come about, I mean, relationships are by far not perfect. You're gonna hit roadblocks and like crashes along the way. But you have all the tools that you need to get through that situation. And so that's where that vulnerability is coming in. It's basically saying, allow yourself to go through these vulnerable moments, allow yourself to go through the hard times, because you're going to get through them. Okay. And we have blood moon, transformation. So transformation is at hand here. There is some form of major epiphany coming forward for you, I feel. Like you're really going to, through this connection, through this romantic connection, you're really going to see where you need to heal yourself, where you are able to transform and to open yourself up to more learning and healing and growing. Now, the transformation can also signify transformation in that relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, there's some major advancements coming forward for you too. And that is through this process of surrendering, communicating, and working on those elements that make a connection stronger, such as trust and loyalty. Okay. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot today for your tarot portion. Angels and guides, please come forward for my Pisces. Oh, that one wanted to come out. What do my Pisces need to know in regards to their life, their love life, it sounds, for November? I do tend to channel more for love relationships and like more of the love theme, connection themes. That's just how I channel, and that's how I read. But if career comes up, sometimes there is a very strong sense for career. I will definitely voice that. I will never ignore that. All right. What do my Pisces need to know for November 2021? Wow. Well, that's a lot. Okay. Let's see here. That one is supposed to be at the end. Sorry, Spirit's just telling me how they want this to go, because there's quite a few here. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck is Page of Cups. So there is an offer of love here, or there could be an apology. There could be an apology coming your way. Perhaps you're having some miscommunication with your partner at this time, and there's somewhat of a scrap or some fighting going on. And it seems like they are going to be, oh, look at this, coming. There's a reason why I picked this up. They're coming forward with an apology, and there's the Two of Cups as a reminder that you two very much love each other. And it is a very strong soulmate connection. So we have the Three of Cups here coming forward. Now, this is a time of rejoicing, of celebration, so maybe there's something to celebrate within this union. There can also be the option of this being a third-party situation. Maybe that's why there has been some discord between you and your person. If you're in a relationship, there could be... I'm not sensing a third-party situation, but there could be the idea there that maybe that's where the trust comes in, the lack of trust. Not trusting that your person isn't talking to other people or flirting with other people. Doesn't mean that they're actually like doing you dirty and cheating on you. It could just be that their attention is kind of going somewhere else and they're flirting. Maybe not even meaning to. Some people just have that kind of flirtatious personality, but regardless, it's stirring up feelings within yourself, and that needs to be communicated. Now we have karma in the reverse. So this is very much a karmic cycle that is going round and round and round and round for you and this person, or maybe for you and others as well, like other relationships from your past. Maybe the trust thing is a repetitive karmic cycle that you play out with multiple partners throughout your life, because it's not been healed within yourself yet. So if this was in the upright, it would be like, okay, this is completion. This is a completion of a karmic lesson. But because it's in the reverse, it's still ongoing, and it's replaying. It's kind of, what are they trying to say there? It's reaping havoc in your life, in your relationships. So it's definitely coming between you and the person you're with at the time. So we have the King of Cups here. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Pisces or another Pisces or a Scorpio. Or this is simply your energy. King of Cups is a very strong, loving father figure. Doesn't have to be male, gender-specific rating. It's not a gender-specific rating, sorry. But it's more of that strong, authoritative, loving presence that kind of a father tends to bring, that emotional stability, whereas a mother, the Queen of Cups, is more nurturing and more empathic. This is the more, I'm here, I'm strong, I'm standing firm in my emotions. But he's in the reverse. So there is some form of emotional instability going on here. It doesn't surprise me because there is this karmic cycle that's playing over and over, and it could be, like I said, to do with a third-party situation. Now, we have the Queen of Wands here. There could be a Queen of Wands in the mix. So either that is someone that you're dealing with, could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. Or this is signifying someone, I'm getting the word like sultry or seductress, like very sensual woman or person, woman or man, or identifying, who's coming into the mix. Now that could be where this is kind of going awry. Maybe what I'm picking up is that there's someone here that's almost kind of trying to lure your person away, that is very much interested in your person and is trying to interfere in that sense. Very confident in their own sexuality, very confident in themselves, to a degree. I mean, I feel like if they're trying to steal your person, there's a part of them that is insecure and is needing that attention. So I mean, we all have insecurities and it comes out in different ways. With them, I do feel like they're trying to kind of stir the pot, so to speak. So this might not, and you might be completely aware of this too. And the fact that your person is slightly playing into it, is kind of like enjoying that ego boost a little, is really pissing you off, really. Because you're like, can't you see that this person is really trying to break us up? And they're like, no, they're just, they're just really nice. They're just really fun and flirty. It's nothing. Like, I'm not even into them. That doesn't matter. You're still kind of put off by this, and you're needing them to put up harder boundaries around this person, like boundaries up against this person to honor your connection is what I'm picking up for some of you, or a very specific person. It's creating a lot of uncertainty here, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of darkness. So there's a lot of second guessing. Like, is this person really gonna stand by me? Are they gonna? I mean, I don't feel like they're gonna cheat, but, and I feel like you're even saying that. I don't feel like they're gonna cheat, but they're not honoring my feelings at this point. They're not honoring the fact that I feel insecure about this. Now, here's the Hermit. So the Hermit is coming in saying, okay, it's time to go in deep. It's time to go in and figure out where these insecurities are coming from for this relationship. Now, it doesn't help that your person is kind of exacerbating your insecurities here by allowing this to happen. That doesn't help. But at the same time, it is an insecurity that is deeply rooted within yourself, that stems from trauma or childhood trauma, something from your past that just didn't allow you to trust people or taught you not to trust people in a certain way. And that comes down to attachments and relationships from previous lifetimes even, but I mean, it can stem from childhood. So that is something that desperately needs to be worked on internally for yourself. And that's kind of what is coming up in November. November is very much the Scorpio season. It's about like these deep, dark emotions that dwell and brew within us that need to be healed. So it's kind of like a kick in the butt season where you're needing to do that shadow work. Now we have the Magician coming forward. So the Magician is an awesome card. He is coming forward saying, hey, you got all the tools you need to succeed in this. You have all the tools that you need to overcome this situation, to work through it properly. You have all the tools that you need to heal yourself. And one of which could just be simply taking a break. So we have the Four of Swords coming in here. Maybe you need to take a break. Take a break either from your person. I mean, oh God. And as soon as I say that, like the Friends episode, we were on a break. I don't know if you guys watch Friends, but that just rings through my head. Thank you, Spirit. So make sure if you're taking a break from your person that you both know the rules of that break. Are you free to see other people? Are you not? Make sure you're very clear about that. Because the last thing that I want happening is for you to say that you need a break, which is more than fair, but needing a break, and then your person showing their true colors, maybe going off with this Queen of Wands and saying, well, you wanted a break, so we're having a break, and I'm gonna go do what I want. No, I mean, if that is the case, then they're showing their true colors, and you're probably better off without. But regardless, make sure that you definitely convey what the rules are of this break. It doesn't necessarily mean you're taking a break from this person, though. It could also be that you just need to kind of shut out the world for a bit. Just kind of rest and rejuvenate and work on yourself. And when you take the time to do that, this is your outcome card here. Six of Wands. You're going to be very victorious in this. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel like you've accomplished something. You're going to feel like you can take on the world and like you're in control again. So this is a beautiful outcome for this situation for November. You're going to be accomplishing things. You're going to be overcoming the shadow side. Not overcoming the shadow side, but healing what needs to be healed in your shadow for this relationship. And even if you're not in a relationship, I just need to say this because Spirit's reminding me, like, this is a collective reading. Every situation is different. even if you're not in a relationship, this could be coming out in a relationship coming up for you. So be very mindful of where you stand when it comes to trust, and where you need to kind of work on that trust within yourself before you take on a new relationship. All right, Pisces, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you resonated with this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. If you are interested in a by Luna's Light deck, Luna's Light Oracle, please check out the link below in the description box. And I will see you guys again for your next video. Take care.